All right, my slot car friends, it is that time. It is that time for Stingray Johnny to show you something that I purchased. Now, today I do know what this is, but you don't, and you will soon. So, it's going to be a little bit of an unboxing out, but we're going to also just talk about what my plans are for it. And I know you don't care about my plans, but you might care about your own, and maybe you'll get some ideas about things. Okay, if I can open it. I also want to tell you something else about this. It's packed very well. It's right here. Okay. Let's get this stuff. How about we put this stuff back in the box? How about we do that? Okay. And we'll just get the box out of the way. And this is what we have. Do you know what it is? Can you guess? All right. Let's try to... Oh, okay. Looks like I can just slide it out here. All right. There you go. Very nicely packaged. I have to say. That's pretty nice. It's even got tape on it here. Let's see if I can... I can't open it. Okay, this is embarrassing. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can just do this. Wow. I can't. I don't really want to wreck the box here. Okay, here we go. Because I like these little boxes. I save them. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sorry about that. Didn't expect that to happen. So, I'm sure you all know what this is. I'll just put this stuff aside as well. All right, so what do we have here? This is a Dodge Daytona. I always call them Superbirds, but technically it's not a Superbird. It is a Dodge Daytona. The Plymouth made the Superbird. This is a Dodge. They're very similar. I bet you have guessed that I just purchased this car. And I'm going to take it off, take a look at things here. So this is probably not the armature that came in this car. It was probably a red armature with red tabs on the end. This looks to me, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is some kind of a T-jet armature. It would be really interesting to find out because I'll have to find out later. I'll have to check the ohms on it. It is a magnet traction car, and it's not bad. It's pretty clean. Pickup shoes are pretty nice on it. The tires are not stock, and they're not silicone either. They feel like some kind of a rubber. I don't think they're urethane either. They could be, but I don't think so. I think they're some kind of a funky rubber. Anyways, so I bought this body, and it does have, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's got a little scratch here. It's not also it had a little issue. I thought in the pictures that I saw earlier, it had when I bought it, it had a little issue there. It doesn't look like too bad. I don't know if somebody repainted that a little bit. It almost looks like somebody repainted that a little bit, because it almost looks like it's a flatter color up here and a shinier color back there. But the reason I bought this car was because, in all honesty, I really wanted to take all the paint off of it, except for the silver back here. And I wanted to make this, I wanted to get some Richard Petty decals and make this a 43. Now, it's hard for me to do that. This is not broken. It's in this body is in very good condition, other than a little scratch up here. I don't know. You know, I really want to make that Petty car, but I also really don't want to mess with this because it's pretty nice. I mean, as far as that little scratch, I could probably just take a little Sharpie marker and color that in, and you'd never even notice it was there. It's the dilemmas of life. It's the dilemmas of life. I don't usually mess a lot with cars that are stock and in pretty good condition, and this one really is in pretty good condition. I might change that armature out and make it more stock, make it more the way it came from the factory, and I'll polish up the bottom a little bit. But of course, we'll have to see if it runs good. You know, who knows? Maybe it's really fast. I don't know. This car, the reason I really bought it was not only it was not perfect, although it's pretty nice. No, I can't get it on here. But I got it for a good price. I've been noticing that the prices of a lot of these cars have gone down lately. There was a time when you couldn't really touch one of these for under like $70 on eBay, and then you have to pay shipping and tax, and before you know it, you're paid like $80 for it, and that's cheap. You know, some people try to sell them for even more. I would say, you know, you basically see these anywhere from, you know, roughly $70 to $100. Well, I found this one. Now, you can get them cheaper, but you know, they'll have a broken wing usually and whatever. This one is not. Like I said, this one's not broken. It's really good. Windshield's good. The pillar posts are good. Everything is really nice on this. And I'd have a real hard time bringing myself to strip it and put on the Richard Petty decals. But I will say this, if I did it, it would be a really nice car. I mean, not that it's not a really nice car now, but I don't know. You know, it's that dilemma. But I bought it at a really good price. I got it for like, I think it was like $55. And you really can't get these for I mean, I'm sure somebody has, but normally you can't get these for $55 with a good wing and, you know, in this condition. And I, you know, because I was going to make this special Petty car, I did want it to be a nice one. I didn't want to start with a broken wing and everything. So I don't know. I was hoping that I could find something that had really messed up paint, but the body was not broken. Because if like, let's say this whole number 7 was gone, I'd have a much easier time convincing myself to strip it. I mean, this is certainly not exactly what I'd call collector quality, because it's close, but it's got a little scratch or two up here. I don't know if you can see that. It's you know, it's not. It's shelf quality. It's nice looking car, but it's not flawless. And I got it, like I said, I got it for a pretty good price. I thought, like I said, $55. I did have to pay shipping, but and tax. But I don't know. I'm just debating, and of course, I'd like to change these rims out to stock car rims. So I don't know what I'll do. I'm not really sure. You know, for now, I'll stick it on the shelf. I'll leave it alone. I'll probably, you know, polish it up. I'll clean it up and stick it on a shelf and think about it. But tell me what you would do. Tell me if you think I'm crazy to be messing with this. Like I said, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Usually, even in this condition, I don't mess with it. It's like, you know, I just leave it alone. But God, I really want one of those Petties. And you know what? The Auto World ones just aren't as good. They like, I could get one of those Auto World bodies and paint it, but I love the molded in color, and it's almost that Petty color as it is, and it's like, God, I really want one of those. So I don't know. I go back and forth on things. I'll probably stick it on a shelf and never touch it. But the real idea behind this was because it was a little less than perfect, and it was not a bad price. I grabbed it, and but tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about stripping it and putting on some 43 decals and making it kind of a one of a kind. Or tell me if you think I should leave it alone. It seems like most people always say, leave it alone, and that may happen. I may leave it alone. I already have another one of these that's kind of mint, so that one's my kind of, shelf queen. But yeah, tell me what you think. And do me one other favor. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Please, please, please. I need you to subscribe. And I guess I will talk to you later, but definitely in the comments, let me know. Don't swear at me, though. Don't tell me, leave that alone, because I probably will anyways. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.